Hello, this is Trick, Ragnar,
Hello.
our Talisman,
Yellow.
and we're going to go over the SMC Dynamic Commander mod, as tons of people have lots of questions, I'm sure. This is a project that's been in the works forever, actually spanning several community managers, and we've been attempting to get it in the works with either the help or no help, as it ended up being with Relic for the last 2 years, so we finally got it all working together, and segueing into that and how we managed to get it to work, Ragnar, our modder, will tell us a little bit about the mod real fast.
Well, it's quite simple. It's just essentially building your own commander in a 1v1 scenario. It's complete with picks and bans, so kind of keeps it competitive.
It keeps it fresh every game, so to speak. So I guess Talisman, as the top competitive player, especially after your win in GCS2, you just won the winter qualifier for SMC Winter, so you're slotted into the grand finals in December. Why is that significant?
It is significant because you can change the meta with it. You don't have to see Command Panther every game. You don't have to see like Tommy spam every game. There's different things you can do, and it doesn't get stale like normal automats or tournaments do.
Gotcha. So it sounds like you have a little bit of PTSD from Barton and the winter qualifiers there. You don't have to Tommy spam every game. I can't imagine who you're referring to right now. But that's good that it solves that. How do you think it does, though? Like, how overall do you think it solves the issue of the meta being the same and, like, special operations and Overwatch, as you mentioned?
Well, you can choose any ability and combine it with any ability you want. Obviously, your opponent gets to ban some of your abilities too. So it won't have like 5 best abilities every game. So you can start choosing your own abilities which you want to play, and you can ban abilities from your enemy which you either your enemy is very good with those abilities, or you just don't want to play against them.
Right.
And in that way,
Gotcha.
it helps.
Okay, so there's bans and picks, and you can ban and pick either to specific opponent, like Barton, as you've run into him nonstop in SMC, but you don't have to play him again till the finals, so you're only going to show matches, or just in general, like, I don't want to play against, early warning systems. I don't want flares every 5 seconds, or what have you. But I guess the biggest thing is that explaining how, from a player's perspective, because they haven't really seen it yet, how the picks and bans work.
So when you get into the game, you select a commander first, and after that you'll get a screen where it starts off with player 1 starting off the bans, and player 2 getting the second ban, and it goes on alternating for 3 bans in total for each player. And after that, you once again alternate, but this time you pick 3 abilities. And after that, it's 2 bans and 2 picks. And therefore, you can counter your opponent if you see he's going for a combo of like 5 heavy tanks or something, and you don't want that. You can start banning the heavy tanks in the middle of banning process.
Yeah, sounds like something Barton would do. Hasn't he run the Yag Tiger several times in in the show matches, I feel like, at this point? But I guess after all of that, the game proceeds as normal then, Ragnar?
Exactly.
Okay, so then, of course, with that, everybody's been asking and screaming and crying about team games. Team games. Will there ever be team games for this? And is there any chance of that happening in the future, or?
Sadly not.
And why not?
Logistically, it's not possible. Simply, to get it to work for 1v1, it's kind of a problem now. So
yeah,
I can't imagine making it for example, 4v. So
yeah.
Sorry, but no team games.
yeah, I can't. Well, and the worst part is like, how do you even handle the logistics of who's banning what? Are you banning from the team,
impossible.
or are you banning from each individual player? And I mean, it took us 2 years to
Yeah,
find people willing and then actually getting it to be testable. No thanks. No quadrupling the workload. I guess that makes sense though for only 1v1. So Talisman, would you say that you're excited to play this in SMC?
Yeah, I am. It's a new way to play the game and potentially a better way to play.
So you say potentially a better way to play the game. Do you see any reasons why it would not be?
There's problems with how the game is balanced, since the game is balanced on and therefore abilities are also balanced on the commander. You have like commanders with 2 OP abilities and 3 useless abilities. So when you make those abilities individual, you might be making some overpowered combos, which can just make the game a little bit too hard.
So are you saying that PPSH and PTRS conscripts are a little OP?
That is a little bit. They can go to ground in camo, throw grenades, everything basically.
Yeah.
And that's a thing you can bantho, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. If you see your opponent going for like a super heavy infantry, like early curve out type of thing. So I guess with that, then, do you think there will be a set meta? Like, will it be set in stone 100%? This is what people always pick. This is what they always go for, like we do and have an auto match? Or do you think it will be a little bit different?
There will be a meta, but it's not gonna be very set, as people will play more of the mod and get to know the combos you can create. There's gonna be the best combos. But the thing is, since the picks and bans are staggered, you can see your opponent going, okay, he's getting these 3 abilities, so he's gonna try to build this combo. So let me just ban these so he can't build the combo. And therefore, every game will be different and you have to think on the fly, what do you want to actually play with?
So there's actually a potential to increase the skill ceiling with this and have
Yeah,
a little bit more nuance to the game overall, which I think is a good thing. I think it also will really help solidify players' play styles, and maybe we'll see more factions played, because as of right now, I think in SMC Winter, the only person that played OST every game regardless was Sodajor. I think Orange Pest was the only one to switch off of his two his 2 factions. Like, he was playing USF OKW, but eventually he played UKF against Barton later on. But it's interesting to say the least, for sure. But I guess that's really about it, outside of waiting for the players to react in SMC. So for those of you watching at home or anything like that, or feel free to ask questions down in the comments for this. Join the Discord, which is in the description. PM me on kotu.org. And thanks for Ragnar and, of course, Talisman for joining me. And we'll catch you during the weekly showcases every Saturday for the rest of the year. And each qualifier, as we're headed into spring right now, that this will be run on. So, yeah, take care, guys, and thanks for joining me.
Yep, but
Yeah, see ya.